Hi, I thought it was about time I introduced you to Kerry. So this is Kerry. I shared earlier in the week the news that, the great news that I was going to be able to donate a kidney directly to Kerry, which is absolutely fantastic. But there's an indication of what it's like as a dialysis patient. We went from the high of Tuesday's news to hitting the depths again on Thursday. Kerry, maybe you'd like to explain what happened.
So on Thursday, I went in as normal just to dialyse. For most of you probably have never seen a fistula before, so this is my fistula, and there's 2 entry points. There's one here and there's one up here. And when I go in, I have needles put in, one to take the blood out and one to put the blood back in. Incidentally, I also still have a line in up here, which sits underneath my skin and comes out the centre of my chest, and I have 2, they're probably a couple of inches long, plastic pipes on them, but hopefully this is going to come out now or soon, because I've got my fistula working. Anyway, so on Thursday I went in as normal to dialyse and was hooked up to the machine, and within 10 minutes of being hooked up to the machine, my blood pressure dropped, and that results in me feeling rather unwell. You've probably heard people talking about when they faint they see stars. It is quite literally like you see stars. You get lights flashing in your eyes. I get tingling like pins and needles in my lips and in my mouth and down my arms and down my legs, and you feel very dizzy, lightheaded, and you just feel nauseous and horrible. It's not a very nice feeling. The result of that was that it happened 3, maybe 4 times when they tried to put me back onto the machine. Most of the reason that it was happening, they think, was because I'm too dry, which means that I didn't have enough fluid on board. Like normal people, you can pass fluid, obviously through urinating and through sweating, and I don't pass as much urine as the average person. But I'd been exercising that week and had apparently sweated way too much. So I had no fluid on board to take off, but they didn't know that, so they were trying to take off fluid that I didn't have to give, which was the reason why my blood pressure dropped.
And you weren't able to dialyse in the end on Thursday,
No.
were you?
No, I'm a bit stubborn like that. After that, because I felt so unwell, I just didn't want to keep going. And no amount of persuasion by the lovely nurses was going to change that. So no, I didn't dialyse. So I went from Thursday to, effectively I went then from Tuesday right through to Saturday, which was yesterday, without a proper dialysis, which is...
You were able to dialyse properly last night, weren't you?
Last night was quite slow. They put me in the acute bay to keep an eye on me, and they gave me a nice gentle, what they like to call a gentle dialysis, where the pump speed's not so high, and they're monitoring your blood pressure, they're monitoring your stats on the dialysis machine every half an hour. They're checking on you and just making sure that your blood pressure's not dropped too much. So yeah, that was my week's fun.
So highs and lows, unfortunately, but we adapt to them, we adjust to them every time they happen. But the main thing is now we're a little step further down the journey towards transplant.
I think I'm a little stubborn though, because I feel like I should be able to give you a better explanation, but because the information feels like too much for me, it's like overload, and I don't want to have to worry about the little things. So therefore I don't always pay attention to the information that they're giving me, which I probably should if I'm going to be doing these. Anyway, back to you. Over to you, Mrs.
Would you like to press the stop button?
Oh, sorry. Bye.